What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. And one of the things that I struggled with as a young man was politics. Today, when I make this video, it's the 5th of November, which is election day. I'm not voting. I don't give a damn about voting. That's not my thing, and I know there's a lot of people that's gonna be, oh, that's your duty to that. I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not with the matrix. I'm not with the programming. I'm not with any of that stupid superficial shit. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. I'm not into the Democratic Party. I'm not into the Conservative Party. You know what I mean? That's just not me. You know what I mean? When we go back and we look at history and we understand what the fuck is really going on, it's never really been about democracy. It's never really been about democracy. See, because democracy is the most votes win. And that's how our election system is set up, and it is what it is. But I've had to grow the fuck up and understand that democracy don't work when it comes to me. Democracy don't work, and it shouldn't work when it comes to you. What am I saying? Because there's a lot of people that don't know you, that don't like you, they're jealous of you, they got something to say, they hate on you for whatever fucking reason, and they're gonna have all this shit to say. Because you have some type of platform, or you look a certain type of way, you carry yourself a certain type of way, and they're jealous and they're hateful that they can't be you. And so they always got something negative to say to destroy you. And so if there was a poll about who you are to these people who've never sat down and talked to you, who've never been in your presence, who you never sat there and spoke love and life into, but these motherfuckers got something to say about who they think you are. There's a whole lot of people in your family that don't fuck with you, that don't like you, think you crazy, think you stupid. And so God has never given a fuck about the democracy of your fucking family when it comes to you. God has never asked anybody else their fucking opinion about you. God has never asked you your opinion about somebody else, because God, Source, Universe, the Most High, don't give a fuck what you think about another person. We're going there today. This is going to be rough. Again, this is spiritual boot camp. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. We've got to grow the fuck up. We've got to understand that, man, it ain't about the most votes win. God don't give a fuck about the most votes. When you look at, and you've heard me talk about Joseph a lot. When you look at Joseph's life, Joseph's 11 brothers came after him. Joseph's 11 brothers dogged him the fuck out. Joseph's 11 brothers put him in a fucking ditch and sold him as a fucking slave. God didn't give a fuck about the democracy of Joseph's family. God didn't give a fuck about how many people voted against Joseph. That wasn't God's plan. God didn't give a fuck about that. God had a plan for Joseph's life, and it didn't matter who stood against him. It didn't matter who tried to stop him. It didn't matter who said what about him. They couldn't stop the will of God. It don't matter what they said. Potiphar's wife accused Joseph of trying to rape her and trying to get other soldiers to agree, or servants to agree with her and to support her. God didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. That was all part of the plan. God's opinion of Joseph didn't change because Joseph's brothers didn't have a high value or opinion of Joseph. God's opinion of Joseph didn't change because Potiphar's lying-ass wife and those that stood in judgment and accusations, false accusations against Joseph. God's plan for your life, God's opinion of you is not going to change because all these people walked out of your life. God's opinion of you is not going to change because the great majority of the people that you know don't fuck with you. God's opinion of you is not going to change because your church don't fuck with you, because your community don't fuck with you. God's opinion of you is not based on everybody else's opinion. We've got to grow the fuck up and understand that. And one of the things that I struggled with was, as a young man growing up, was, oh, God help me, being pro-choice. And when I talk about being pro-choice, I'm not talking about pro-choice as far as a woman having the right to have an abortion or any of that other stuff. That's not what I'm talking about when I say I'm pro-choice. It has nothing to do with that at all. I'm very conservative in how I live my life. But I don't believe that government or anybody else should be trying to tell us what we can and can't do with our motherfucking body. I'm very private when it comes to my life. I don't take me and mine out and just be flamboyant and all this other stupid shit. Stay with me. I've had to grow up and understand that, man, for me to be pro-choice, it didn't matter what my family thought about me as a man. It didn't matter what these religious folks thought about me as a man. My life was going to be determined by my motherfucking choices. Couldn't nobody live my life for me. They can have all the fucking opinions they want. But I'm going to live my life on my motherfucking terms. I don't give two fucks what your religion say. I don't give two fucks what you pick up out the Bible and try to use to beat me down with. I don't give two fucks what your granddaddy said. I don't give two fucks what your grandmammy said. I'm going to live life on my motherfucking terms. Case closed. I'm not asking you your fucking opinion. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. And yet I understand that being pro-choice means that you have every right to be as judgmental as you want to be. Gotta catch that. Me being pro-choice about my life. See, I can't be pro-choice about my life and then put you in a motherfucking box. I can't be pro-choice about how I'm gonna do me and then demand that you be just like me. I can't be pro-choice about my life and to be regimented and to be stuck on my fucking opinion on how you're supposed to live your life. If I'm pro-choice about my life, then I gotta be pro-choice about your life. And what I mean by that, you got the right to do what the fuck you want. You have the right to make whatever choices you want. But see, what we don't understand with that right and that privilege of being able to make whatever fucking choices we want. We gotta be willing to face the fucking consequences. We gotta understand that there may be some consequences that come along with the choices you make. And that was hard for me to understand. Yes, I have the right to live my life the way I fucking want to. Yes, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to. But I had to grow the fuck up and understand everybody's not gonna like the choices I make. Everybody's not gonna agree with the choices I make. There's gonna be people that get hurt because of the choices I make. Because some of the choices I make, you can't fuck with me. I'm not fucking with you. Some of the choices I make, you can't come into my area. Some of the choices I make, I decide who's going to be around in my inner circle. I decide where I go. I decide who I spend time with. I decide how much time I spend with each and every one of you. That's my fucking choice. And I understand everybody's not going to agree with that. I make the choice of who I'm going to be with. I make the choice of who I'm going to be with intimately. I make the choice of where I'm going to go on vacation. I make the choice who I'm going to allow to go with me on vacation. And everybody don't like that. Everybody's not going to like that. It is what it is. They're entitled to that belief. They're entitled to their opinions. They're entitled to their fucking feelings. And I'm okay with that. I have no problem with people thinking and feeling whatever the fuck they want to think and feel. It's their motherfucking life. It's their life. And their life ain't got shit to do with me. What other people say ain't got shit to do with me. People's opinions about you, people's opinions about me ain't got shit to do with us. They're entitled to think what the fuck they want to think. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up emotionally. You can't have freedom of choice, but then limit everybody else's fucking choice. You can't have the freedom to choose and be all that you want to be, but then put everybody else in a fucking box. You can't have the freedom to worship your God however you want to, and then get pissed because other people don't want to believe in your fucking God. You can't worship your God the way you want to, and then get pissed because other people don't believe in God, don't want to worship your God. Because other people worship God differently than you do. We're talking about freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. See, the Bible says free will. Free will. You have the free will, the free choice to worship God and believe in God however the fuck you want to. That's your fucking life. Every day, we wake up. We have a choice. Every day we wake up, we have a choice. How are we going to live our life today? Every day we wake up, we have a choice. How are we going to carry and conduct ourselves today? Every day we wake up, we have a choice. How am I going to bless and be a benefit, a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light for humanity? Every day we have a choice. Am I going to do something positive and constructive for the betterment of humanity? We have another choice. We have many choices. We have the choice of, man, am I going to put on some stupid ass shit? Am I going to sow hate and discord? Am I going to put up some fucking gossip and bullshit to distract people from their fucking growth and development under the disguise of fucking entertaining them? It is what it is. That's your choice. Do what you do. Make your money. Do what you do however you fucking want to. That's your motherfucking choice. Just understand that with those choices comes feedback. And you may not always like that feedback you get. You may not always like the attention you get. See, I struggle with making these videos. I have to pray before I make every video because I struggle with this. When I say I'm a private person, I'm a conservative person in that nature of, man, I don't put my shit out there. I struggle with that because this is different from how I live my life. And what I mean by that is I don't like being on YouTube. I don't like being on platforms like this. I don't. Because I'm a private person. I don't want no fucking attention. I just want to be left the fuck alone. If I can live life on my terms, the way I really want to fucking live life, I'll be gone in the fucking mountain somewhere, living as a fucking hermit. That's how I would choose to live my fucking life. But that's not God's will for my life. And so I struggle with having these conversations. I struggle with being transparent like this and talking about the things that I've gone through. But I understand the bigger picture. I understand that people may benefit from hearing some of the things that I've gone through and grown through. I understand people may gain some understanding and some clarification with some of the knowledge and wisdom that I have. And so every day I got to make a choice. Man, am I going to speak to the people, or am I going to just go into my hermit mode? Because hermit mode is easy for me. Hermit mode is natural for me. All I want to do is just be left alone. All I want to do is just travel the world and go back to the mountains somewhere. And let the world do what the fuck what the world wants to do. That's what I want to do. Just me and mine, man, let us go stay on this mountain. Let us grow our own fucking food. Let us raise our fucking animals. And let the world have the world. Let me go travel and see all the exotic places I want to go to. All the beautiful places I want to see. But let the world have the world. And so I have to make a choice. And sometimes I struggle with that choice. Sometimes I don't want to get on and make these fucking videos. But it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. It's not always about what I want. It's my choice. But it's not always about me. And that's where you have to get to. It's your choice. Live life however you fucking want to. Do whatever you want to. As a man, I can't tell a woman not to have an abortion. That's not my fucking right. Just like it's not my fucking right to tell somebody that they can't be this gender or that gender, whatever the fuck they want to be. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but that's none of my fucking business. It ain't for me to get it. It ain't for me to understand. If I have the right to live my life the way I fucking want to, how can I deny somebody else the same fucking right? If I have the right to worship my God the way I want to, how can I turn around and then say, you can't be this, you can't do this, when I'm doing what the fuck I want? When I'm doing how the fuck I want to? We got to grow up. We got to stop being fucking hypocrites. We got to stop being fucking liars. Man. Hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. Thank you guys for rocking out with me. I love you. Happy healing. Peace.